from the Lone Star Stadium, where we got your first game of the Week 7, Season 7 of the CWSFL. Man, we got a good one. We got a battle of the two worst teams in the league. Comets haven't won a game yet, and the Stags just got their first victory last week against the Lancers. And now we get to see if Tatum Washington and Johnny Mutton Chops have really clicked and get to try to get a 2-game winning streak going. Or is this one where the Comets are going to finally get their first victory? This could be a very good game, or this could be a blowout for either team. Literally, it's one that we're not sure how this is going to play out, but we know it's a division matchup between two of the worst teams in the league and in the West. And just because of that, it's going to make this one a good one. Man, this is good. Hey, look at that. Double eights. 808. 808's ready to go for Houston today. But no, this is one where the Stags are fired up. They're ramped up. They're ready to go. They're on fire right now after getting that victory against the Lancers last week. And they're not trying to turn around. They don't want to look back. You know, there's 4 games now remaining in the season, including this one, and they want to win them all. And they feel that they can now that they finally have got over that hump of getting that first win. Wow. I thought we was just going to see an opening kick return by Steve Yandy. Instead, it's for 40-yard return, which is still incredible field position to start off. And this is where things are going to be interesting because the Comets have the better secondary of the two teams, but the Stags probably have the better overall defense. And then offensively, they're about even. The Stags put up more points per game and just points, yards, all that in general. But when you actually look these teams out on paper, look at these rosters, offensively they're not far apart. And wow, just like that, there's already a 19-yard catch right there on Tatum Washington's first one of the game. His first pass, he's dropping back again. Finds the man, the myth, the legend, Cam Jones. Man, we don't see a whole lot of Cam Jones. We don't hear a whole lot from Cam Jones. But let me tell you, when Cam Jones shows up, Cam Jones is dangerous. But I tell you, he's dangerous. There he is again, 8-yard catch. Man, Cam Jones is good. Leader of this Stags offense, one of the leaders of the team in general. And that is a touchdown for Johnny Mutton Chops. Give it to him. 8 yards into the end zone. The Stags have strike first. Horns up. Now we're going to get to see what this Comets offense is going to be able to do on offense. Led by Ayo Ayadel and Xavier Langham. Xavier Langham has been in a pretty big slump this season. Not really been able to get... Oh, he evades the sack, though, and he takes off. Dang. Xavier Langham is showing those wheels off and proving why he's a mobile quarterback and not a pocket passer like a lot of people think he is, because he picks up 17 right there. But he's been in a slump this season after a huge improvement from year 1 to 2, but the drop-off has been there from 2 to 3, from his second season to his third. Not really even sure what the situation is. Maybe it's the lack of weapons on this offense that he from last season that he lost. Gina McFly picks up 9 yards right there. Dang, Gina McFly is a good rookie. Honestly, probably won't be in Rookie of the Year talks, but Gina McFly has been the heart and soul of this offense. Give it to. Oh, man. We both saw him. He was open. Could have been a touchdown right there. Just Xavier overthrew him. You hate to see that because, man, it was there. The play was there. Ooh. John Wall just laid Geno McFly out. And they're going to have to punt. Oh, man. I thought that was going to be a beauty of a punt. And it was. It was a really good punt. It just barely went into the end zone. Dang, the hit knocked that one free. Deion Jackson, who came over from free agency from the Lancers. It's been kind of quiet, though, since joining the comments. He's got a lot of ground to cover, though, for that defense. So I guess that would explain it. He's gone. He's gone. Oh, man. 72 yards for Johnny Mutton Chops. Dang. And they're first and goal from their own 3-yard line here. Yeah, you had to give it back to Mr. Mutton Chops, man. Reward him for getting you there. David De La Cruz. Wow, and instead they hand it off to Otto Jerebko, who gets in for a 3-yard touchdown run. Second touchdown of the day. One receiving, one rushing now. Dang, they're going for 2. They're trying to pour this on. And they don't get it. That's what you get for getting greedy because you didn't need to do that. This is why you don't be greedy. Don't chase points. Take what you are given. Now, the comments are going to have to get a stop if they're going to want to win this. Or at least get back into this. As we're through one quarter now and it's 13-0. Dang, Geno McFly picks up 11 on that one and a first down. Wow. Was able to get past the defender that came flying in for a tackle for loss. Just blew right past him and only got 2. What a throw, what a catch. Give him 29. You know, usually these first games of the day, they're early in the morning, you know. You don't see a whole lot of action. You don't see a whole lot of things that happen. These games are a little slower. It seems like players are trying to wake up and stuff. But so far, the Stags have been firing today. And the comments are putting a drive together. Wow, threw it over to 3 Stags. Should have been intercepted by Gertie. Wasn't, though. But should have. Should have easily been intercepted right there. Gertie, the former quarterback for the Stags last season. Switching over to defensive back today. Or this season. Still trying to learn the position. And you can tell there's some growing pains there. But should have a bright future at defensive back. Ooh. Wow! Clanked it right off the goalpost. Said doink. And a great drive by the Comets. Stalls out at the end. They have to settle for a field goal. And they can't even get the field goal. Wow, that's embarrassing right there. That is just really embarrassing right there if you're a Comets fan. And Cam Jones comes up huge for a 52-yard catch and run. And the Stags are in business. They're in the red zone. They're throwing 25-yard line here. There he is. Steve Yondy over the middle. 26 yards. Touchdown. First reception of the day. And that's all he needs to get in the end zone. Ooh. And again, they're going for these 2-point conversions when there's no need. It should be 21-0 right now if they just take the extra point. But what do I know? I'm just an announcer. Wow, give him 29 there. Wow. What's wild is these teams, the difference is only 1 overall on the team's overall rating. It's only 1. But the difference in the scoreboard right now is 19-0. Jaden Harrison, 2-yard loss right there. And we're at halftime, just like that. So far, this is all Houston. It's literally all Houston right now. It's 19-0. The Comets have put a drive or two together that's looked good. They just haven't been able to finish it. And then the Stags are finishing drives. They're getting greedy on these extra, or instead of taking extra points, they're going for 2-point conversions. But we're gonna get this third quarter started. Comets had the ball. We're hoping in the locker room somebody better chew the Comets out. Let them know what's going on. Really put it to them, because there's no reason right now. This should be 19-0, and they can't get anything going once they hit the red zone, if they can even get to the red zone. It should not be like this right now, but it is. It is. Ooh! He got rocked right there. Send him to the tent. Bring in the next guy. Oh, big Tyree. Hey, Geno McFly out. That's a rookie-on-rookie crime right there. You're 1-4 on third down conversions. That's not good. Intercepted. Jaden Harrison to the house. A house goal by Jaden Harrison. A pick six. The Stags strike first in the second half, and they didn't even come out on offense. Now you want to go for the extra point? The owner must have came down and really just chewed out the coach or something and told him to quit getting greedy. Man. Wow. Where has that been all game? Where you been at, Mr. Bob Dunnick? Nowhere to be found, that's where. I'm glad you decided to join us. Oh, man, Gino. What's wild is Gino McFly is a very, very good back. He's a great receiver, not receiving, but he's a great running back. Look at that, he's in the end zone. Wow, Gino McFly. No way. Holy cow. Gino McFly just got his first touchdown of his career right there in the CWSFL. Wow. Congratulations, McFly. You love to see it. Hopefully there'll be many more to come. There should have already been many of them, but your offense has definitely not been helping you out at all. But, man, Gino McFly gets his first career touchdown. You love to see it. It's always great when you see things like that happen with these young fellas. It's 26-7 though. We got about 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. The Comets finally get on the board. You love to see it though. Johnny Munchops right now though is going insane. 4 for 83 and a touchdown. Man. We got 2:20 to go in this game, and that was only the second third down the Stags have had, and they're winning this 26-7. Comets force a punt. You got to think here. Oh man, you got to go back there and get that. You have to go get that if you're a returner and go do something with it. It's different if you didn't have that much space between you and the next defender. But there wasn't no one close to you if you would have went and caught that. And a screen inside your own 5 is dangerous, and somehow they just get 20 yards out of it. Wow. Wow. Bob Dunnick. Oh, Gino McFly is laid out by John Wall. But he's able to pick up 10 there on a reception. There you go, McFly. Put the team on your back if you got to. Tight end with 26-yard reception right there as we are headed into the fourth. Look at that. Bob Dunnick in the end zone. 10-yard catch. He's got 5 for 21 now and add a touchdown to it. We are so glad you decided to join us 3 minutes into the third quarter. And since you have, you've been great. Woo! Johnny Mutton Chops. Give it to him. 55 yards right there. He's got 143 now on the day off just 6 receptions. Just 6 receptions. Wow. Johnny Mutton Chops. This is insane right now. It's 34-13. The Comets figured out something on offense here in this second half. Problem is, they still can't figure it out on defense. They still couldn't get nothing going in the first half, so it made it too little too late. There's 3 minutes left to go in this one. I'm not sure if there's just going to be enough time. Because, let me tell you, Gertie was on the move right there to chase him down. I'm pretty sure he just clocked 21 miles per hour on the chase down right there. Looking like DK Metcalf running from behind. Give it to him. Touchdown. Woohoo! Comets now have a 3-touchdown game for the first time all season. I don't know if they've even had a 2-touchdown game yet this season. Oh, man. Overflew Geno McFly and the 2-point conversion. Oh, this is Xavier Langham's probably best game so far this season. If only it didn't happen so late into this game. There's just not going to be enough time for them to get a stop, a score, stop, score. You know, Steve Yondu is nasty on these returns. Whew. Xavier Langham's playing, though, like he's trying to get that call up from the New York Jets. Said, I'm tired of looking like Zach Wilson. Johnny Mutton Chops is nasty, man. Johnny Mutton Chops is a dog. There goes Mutton Chops. He's in there. Woo! Johnny Mutton Chops' 3rd touchdown of the day. Give him the hat trick, over 200 yards. He's looking like running back of the year right now, and I don't know if it's close. I honestly don't know if it's close. There you go. We got 45 seconds left to go in this one. It's 40-19. Trying to throw it deep there to Ayo and Ayodele. Big zone says no way. Trying to say it's a no-fly zone. Dang. He got rocked. Still on the ground. 4th down, just punt it. Don't even go for it. Don't even do it. You don't get it, they kick the field goal. That simple. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. I'm telling you, you should have just punted the ball. It's like, you know, they don't want to listen to me because I'm like just an announcer or something like that. Sheesh. Johnny Muttonchops is going crazy. Man, that man going to be getting his toes licked tonight. That was going to bounce off the the upright like the comments did earlier. Man, that's insane. That'll do it though for this game. Comments just aren't able to come back in this one. They tried. They really did. You got to give them all the credit in the world though, because they definitely did put together probably one of their better offensive performances in the season so far. Xavier Langham probably just had his best game of the season so far. Johnny Muttonchops, your player of the game, probably for the second time now, because they've only had 2 wins. Hey, look at that hat trick, 10, 203, 3 touchdowns. And that dude's nasty. I'm just not talking about that total situation either. But the Stags move now to 2 wins on the season. The Comets 0-7 now. Stags win this thing 43-19. Xavier Langham, like I said, his best game of the season so far. 10 incompletions, threw over 200 yards, had a touchdown, had a cool rush for 17 yards to get rid of the sack. He was spreading the ball out really well. I mean, Bob Dunnett caught a touchdown, the tight end got one. Geno McFly got his first touchdown of the season, man. You love to see it. You really do. Defensively, not a single thing happened. Nothing happened defensively. Your best defensive player, Bud Light, didn't show up. Chad had 5 tackles. Jackson was all right. But yeah, they missed that field goal. Could have maybe gave them 16. But they missed that earlier in the first half. Stags though, Tatum Washington 6 for 8. Didn't really need to throw a whole lot when you had Johnny Muttonchops having over 200 yards off just 10 rushes. It's kind of wild that Houston was able to dominate this game with only 18 offensive snaps. They didn't really have offense a whole lot, but yet they destroyed and dominated. Jaden Harrison was able to get the pick 6, house call, take it to the crib, however you want to put it. He did it. And then Steve Yondu was excellent on the kick return. Overall, though, this was a very good game. It was a whole lot of fun to watch. It was a great one to get our Week 7 started. This was a fun, nice morning game as the Stags were able to win this thing 43-19. This was a whole lot of fun. We appreciate y'all watching, though. I mean, this was a blast. I enjoyed it. I hope you all did. Those of you, though, that's going to check out here, we appreciate y'all watching. But those ones that are going to stick around, get ready to come. Get ready for our next game that's coming up here soon. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We have the Pharaohs taking on the Pandas, though, coming up. So stay tuned for that. We appreciate y'all watching this one. It was a lot of fun. And we'll see you at that next one with the Pharaohs and the Pandas. And we're live from Bangkok. We got the Bamboo Forest welcoming in division rivals, the Pharaohs. And we got us a beautiful day for some football. It's 81 degrees here in Bangkok, here in Thailand. We got us a good matchup. You know, the last time these two teams faced off was Dingleberry's first game with the new team. Tom Brady Jr. threw 5 interceptions. Bro broke out a CWSFL record or single game record for most interceptions in a game. Once really good, tough battle for both of these teams is now one that you're not sure what to expect. Pharaoh's defense still very strong. It's just the offense is very tough. You all know it's hard when a defense is constantly always on the field. No matter how good the defense could be, it's hard. It's hard when you're always out there and your offense can't really help you out. But don't worry, it's a new game, it's a new week, and it's a new time and an opportunity for the Pharaohs to bounce back. as they're still in the playoffs right now, with a negative point differential. But they're still looking to finish the season strong, finish these last 4 games as best as they can, and they're gonna try to do that today and get things started the right way with a good one against the Pandas. We're excited to see how this one plays out as we're on the field now for the coin toss, where we got our captains ready to make the call. And it looks like the Pharaohs are going to start off with the ball. Of course, touchback all the way, booted into the stands. Nearly hit that lady in the face. It's kind of like that kickoff that happened years ago where that Auburn fan tried to catch it. Interception off rip by Tina. First play of the game. Tom Brady Jr. throws an interception, and he is even closer now to breaking the interceptions record in a season. First play of the entire game. Tina says, no, sir. The very next play, Trayvon Wright Jr., 30 yards for a catch and score, and the Pandas off rip have the lead 7-0. 2 plays, and they didn't even start off with the ball. That's insane. You can't even make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. Now we can see Tom Brady Jr. back out on offense. You got to think, you got to trust the running back here, and they don't. Well, I guess they do in a way by throwing it to him in the backfield as Matthew Martinez comes up with a 1-yard loss. But wow, you need to rely on Tristan Moore as much as you can on offense. And I guess they said, well, I guess we'll try to do it in the pass game. Ooh, get it over to Lester, the tight end, for a big 29 yards. And that was some of the best pocket awareness we've seen from Tom Brady Jr. all season. He saw it collapsing, he moved around a little bit, and threw a strike to his tight end for 29. Interception! Leo Lamont! One corner got 1 pick, now the other one gets it. Tom Brady Jr., 2 interceptions, 2 drives. Just like that. Man, if you're a Pharaohs fan right now, you're thinking this is going to be a long game. As that is a 1-yard completion to Dante Green. Tom Brady Jr. is now tied the interceptions record in the season. Ooh, and it's 3rd and 19. Get that one over to the tight end, Flaney Floss. Only can get a little bit on that. It's gonna bring up a 4th and 6. You're gonna see a punt here, probably from the Pandas. Yep, gonna see a punt here from the Pandas. They're gonna give it right back to the Pharaohs. But I think they're gonna trust their defense on this one. As that is a beautiful punt, not good enough for a pin, but a beautiful punt of 52 yards, and they're just sitting right outside their own 5-yard line here. Give it to them on the 6. And Tom Brady's tied the interceptions. Ooh, Jeremy Krause came flying in for a 4-yard loss on Tristan Moore. Former teammates, as Krause started his career as a quarterback with the Pharaohs, won a couple Gold Bowls with them, and was a very dominant quarterback with them, and then said, hey, you know what? Let me come play defense and join the Pandas. Got him a Gold Bowl as well as a defender. Has Gold Bowl victories from offense and defensive side of the ball. Ooh, safety? Safety, just like that. Leo Lamont tackles him in the end zone. It was a screenplay to Damian Parrish-Johnson. Why do you run that in your own end zone? I have no idea. I don't call the plays. I'm just an announcer. And you see a safety. Man, I hope you have the Pandas defense in fantasy this week because they might be looking to put up more points than the Cowboys did. At least that one wasn't on Tom Brady Jr., though. At least that was more on Damian Parrish-Johnson, I guess, for getting tackled in the end zone. And that was also a drive where Tom Brady Jr. didn't cause it to end in an interception. So, yeah, like I said, you know, at least it wasn't on TB1. Over the middle there to Jamar Chase. He looks like he will be gone. Celebrating a little too early, but doesn't matter. 59 yards. Catch and run. All he needs is one reception to get him in the end zone. Just like that, Pandas are back in the end zone. And it is now 16-0 with 1:30 remaining in the first quarter. That lady's holding her face now. She didn't even want to look. She was just, if it hits me, it hits me. Get that one over to Dingleberry. Gets a gain of 1. See, you got to think if you can find a way to get it over to Dingleberry, one of the just overall best players on the field in general on both teams here. Ooh, JB almost got him for a sack. Instead, Tom Brady Jr. evades it, gets 1 yard, brought back down from behind by CWSFL. But, you know, you got to think here, if you can get it over to Dingleberry, you got to give him room. You got to give him space to operate, space to run, because he's dangerous when he can. Ooh, first down, Tristan Moore. This is why you have to get Tristan Moore the ball. I said it last game, and I'm going to say it again. Tom Brady Jr. has proven time and time again he is not the one to lead this offense yet. It's Tristan Moore. Tristan Moore needs to be leading it. Oh, man. He was doing whatever he can to extend that time that he had to pass. Had a receiver open, just couldn't connect. Fumble! And it's picked up by Analyzer. Analyzer picks up a fumble recovery just like that. Tom Brady Jr. It's not an interception, but another turnover for him. You got to think this is really not going to help his negative impact score that he has right now on the season. And Jay Money, I don't know what you were trying to do there, but all right. You're QB1, so I guess if that's what you want. Wow. Oh, trying to get it to Dante Green, who ran just a beautiful route right there and got open. Just wasn't able to get a good pass there by Jay Money, as it's 3rd and 10, and we're heading into the second quarter. It's going to be 4th and 2 here. Not enough for the first down, so you're going to definitely see this field goal unit come on. Mr. Automatic, 37 yards. Through the uprights and good. Second and 2 here by the Pharaohs. What are we going to see? Ooh, a good run on the outside of Tristan Moore. Brought back down from behind by Lamont, but not after picking up 15. There he is, Dingleberry. Give him 18. Now he has 19 yards receiving for number 19. Pharaohs are in scoring position here. Ooh, get that over to Dingleberry. Second and 1 here. You got to think it's a run to Tristan Moore. And instead it's a pass to Lester for 3 yards and a touchdown. The Pharaohs are on the board, and it's a touchdown pass by Tom Brady Jr. Man, did he need that. Man, oh man, did he need that for a confidence booster. It's 19-7 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second half, or in the second quarter. Gotta think this is a boot out of the end zone. No return here, and most definitely. We'll get that over to Flandy Floss, the tight end, with his first year with the Pandas, making an impact this season, looking very good since coming over in the trade from the Lancers at the start of the season. Ooh, first down. No, chain gang going to bring 2nd and inches as the pocket was collapsing quick on Jay Money, but he was able to find his guy Dante Green there. It's all right. Give it over to Herb Collins. Trust in Herb. Still stays strong as he gets an 8 yards and a first down. There's a minute 48 remaining here in the first half. And he's going to throw a strike to Dante Green, but A.J. Bourne shows up and says no. Wow, tries to throw it deep there to Trayvon Wright. It's like they're trying to just make these touchdown shots here, but not able to connect. Oh, 1-2 on third down, but Trayvon Wright says, give it to me. 29-yard catch and run. Give him a second touchdown of the day. Pandas are back in the end zone. For those of you that are wondering why it says King number 3 up there on the stadium wall up there, it's that's the Pandas, that's the Bangkok Pandas retirement and Hall of Fame members. They only have King Chancellor in there right now, who was able to win a Gold Bowl with them back in his waiver season. As he retired last season, they went ahead and retired his jersey number 3 and went ahead and put him in the Pandas Hall of Fame. First and only member in there right now. Eventually down the road, maybe we'll see some more that get in there. But yeah, that's why you see a King 3 up there on the stadium like that. We always want to give special thanks to our players that helped pave the way for Bangkok and really, you know, establish the culture that we have here, and that we're a part of greatness. Ooh, didn't get a block picked up by number 5 there, so Tina gets laid out as soon as he catches that. But the Pandas now have 23 seconds to try to do something here on offense before halftime, and they do get balls as they come back out of the half. And they find Trayvon right there. He's tackled from behind, but not after picking up 45. He's now over 100 yards receiving today. 7 seconds remaining. And they're just going to go ahead and bring out the field goal unit. And it's through the uprights and good. Mr. Automatic now for 47. Second field goal on the day. And we're at halftime here at Bamboo Forest. We got us a good one here as Jay Money threw 3 touchdown passes in that first half, as well as Tom Brady Jr. having 3 turnovers in that first half, but was able to get a touchdown connected to Lester, his tight end there. And it is 29-7 here in Bangkok as the Pandas lead this one. They're going to come out with the ball here to start the third quarter and try to extend this lead even more. The Pharaohs, you got to think, got an earful in that locker room by their head coach. Man, they probably got chewed out there. They haven't really been able to do much here outside that one drive where they got points on. And that is just not an accurate pass by Jay Money, as he's not able to connect to his receiver there. Not sure even if he was able to connect with him, if it would have been able to get caught. It looked pretty covered. Maybe, though, you know how Trayvon Wright can be. Tries to get it to him again. Doesn't happen. Clay Gable could be future Hall of Famer there in his last season here with the CWSFL. Clay Gable was in his retirement tour here. Get it over to Herb Collins, the running back, for a huge play of 63 yards on a huge catch in traffic right there, and then takes it the distance as they are now at their own 11-yard line trying to punch this back in again. Trayvon Wright, hat trick, 3rd touchdown of the day. Give it to him on 5 receptions. Sheesh. Pandas extend this lead now to 36-7. Ooh! At least it hit a new person this time in the stands. Decked him right in the face. Ooh. I'm sorry. You know what? Somebody give those fans free tickets to the next Pandas home game. Field passes and all. Hook them up. Because that's tough right there. Mr. Automatic has drilled 2 fans on these touchbacks. Breaks 1 tackle. JB had to chase him down from behind, but not after Tristan Moore picks up 36. And you got to think, why does Tristan Moore only have 5 rushing attempts right now? Chased down from behind by CJ Bosa. Not after, though, picking up 13, a first down. And now they're at the 12-yard line. And a drive that they put in Tristan Moore's hands have got them inside the red zone. And this is why you lean on a Hall of Fame running back like Tristan Moore. One of the best running backs in the league. Still to this day. And this is why you lean on him. That is why you trust Tristan Moore. Look at that. Touchdown in the end zone for the Pharaohs as they now have a chance to try to close in on this lead a little bit, as it looks to be 36 now to 14 with a good one here, and it is right through the uprights and good. This is why you lean on your veterans, your Hall of Fame players that you have. And there's a big play right there by Dante Green for 12 yards. Get that one to Herb Collins out on the sideline. And gets 30. Ooh, down goes Jay Money. Bill Burt, 10-yard loss. There he is, wide open. Wow, are you serious? Not able to catch that in the end zone? That's just gonna bring up a 4th down from probably like the half-inch yard line. You think you go for it here? Ooh, they're gonna go for it. This could be a huge stop here by the Pharaohs. And they're just not able to do it as Trayvon Wright picks up his 4th touchdown reception in this game. And he has 6 for 127 and 4 touchdowns now. Trayvon Wright is now tied for 2nd in the record books for receiving touchdowns in a game with 4. And it's a sack. Who is it? JB. 9-yard loss for the former 1st overall pick. There he is, Trayvon Wright again. Give it to Herb Collins up the middle. You know, Trayvon Wright is really making a name for himself on this wide receiver of the year this season. I mean, he had 19 touchdowns coming into this one. He already has 4 today, give him 23. Trayvon Wright has tied the single game touchdowns record, while also taking a hold of the single season touchdown, the receiving touchdowns record, as the previous held by Iron Vontae Adams from season 6 with 20. Herb Collins is in the end zone there for a 3-yard catch. He almost has 100 yards receiving today. Lester coming in with a 16-yard catch. Dingleberry, 21 there. Give him 71 on the day. Almost nearly picked off right there. And it's 4th down. You got to think you go for this. Yep, 4th and 1. Just give it to Tristan Moore. Give it the ball to your best player. And exactly what they do there. Jeremy Krause coming to the 4-yard loss right there. Wow. Just like that. Wow. Pandas completely dominate the Pharaohs in this one. But the Pharaohs offense was able to make some noise in this. But Jay Money did throw for 6 touchdowns and over 400 yards. As the Pandas win this one at home, 57-20. And Tom Brady Jr. has tied the interceptions record now, with 2 of them today. But he did also get 2 passing touchdowns, as he did have 175 yards as well. Dingleberry got 1. Lester got 1. Tristan Moore was able to get him a rushing touchdown as well. Defensively, not a whole lot was able to be done. Clay Gamble was able to do a little bit, I guess, with the deflection. Bill Burke got him a sack, but not really a whole lot defensively here by the Pharaohs. But when you look over at the Pandas, an insane game by Jay Money. 400 passing yards, 415 to be exact, 6 touchdowns, only 7 incompletions. Herb Collins had over 100 rushing yards and a touchdown rushing and receiving. Almost 100 receiving yards. Flandy Floss was able to get 85 in there. Touchdown by Jamar Chase. 4 big touchdowns by Trayvon Wright as well, with 7 receptions and 136 yards. There is correction. He has not broke the receiving record yet, or for touchdowns yet. That was a statistical error by somebody in the Around the World Sports Network. Stats giving us false information there. Unreal. But defensively, interceptions by Tina and Leo Lamont. Tina as well with 4 tackles, 5 of them for Martinez. Huge game today by the Pandas defense. And then Mr. Automatic tacking in 7 extra points and 2 field goals. Just all around dominant performance today by the Pandas. The Pharaohs were able to do a little bit of stuff here on offense. Maybe that'll be a good momentum booster as they go into next week. But they weren't able to get it done today as the Pharaohs fall 20-57 in this one. It was a lot of fun watching this. It was a good division battle between two dominant teams in the East. I say dominant because technically both of them are playoff teams. But this was a lot of fun. We appreciate y'all watching. If y'all are going to check out here, it was a lot of fun. But we do have a really fun and exciting game coming up here shortly with the Pegasi and the Hellhounds facing off against each other. That should be an exciting rematch of 2 teams that went down to the wire and earlier in the season. But just hang tight and we'll have that coming up here shortly. But until then, we'll see y'all over there. And we're here from Turkey Field, where we got a rematch of the Pegasi traveling to take on the Hellhounds. The last time these 2 teams faced off against each other, it was a dogfight, down to the wire game, and went all the way to the Hellhounds defense coming up with a huge stop against the Pegasi, which led them to win the game. And today, both teams are angry. They're upset with the way that the performances went in their first matchups, and they're both coming out trying to put a statement win together here, as the Pegasi have been off to a rough past couple weeks, while the Hellhounds have been putting a beat down on every team since that loss to the Pandas in week 5. We got a good one on our hands today. It's like I said, we got a matchup between a rivalry in the East. 2 teams here. The Hellhounds are still in the playoffs, while the Pegasi are fighting to try to get into the playoffs. And wow, that's insane. You have a boost for Melly Barrage, Jaquan Rios, and Jonathan Lindo-Kirk. That is insane right there. Talk about the 3 players you need boosted, and you got them. But man, you know, this is going to be a good one here. You know, we're at Turkey Field where we got us a we got us a dogfight getting ready to be on our hands. The Pegasi, man, you know, they've fallen out of this playoff race with a past few losses coming up. They have a losing record now after an insane start to the season. While the Hellhounds are still as dominant as ever. They're sitting in 3rd place right now. 1 loss on the season here, and they get to start off with the ball, so we get to see Jaquan Freesmith in that dominant Hellhounds offense. Just like that off-rip, Iron Vontae Adams is gone. Oh, he's gone. First play of the game, Iron Vontae Adams, 75-yard touchdown reception. 1 play, 1 touchdown. Hellhounds are on top, just like that. That did not take long for them to get in the scoreboard. 7-0. Hellhounds lead this one here at home. And now the Pegasi are going to come out on offense. We're going to get to see what old Melly Perez, one of the best players in history of the CWSFL, can do. That's the toss to the outside there. Doesn't really go anywhere as it's 2nd and 10. Another toss to the outside here. Gets 4 on that. A lot better than that first run went. And it's now going to be 3rd and 6. And they're going to take it the other way with Melly Perez. And, man, he's taken off for 37 yards. And a first down on a huge 3rd down right there to start off this drive for the Pegasi. They're across midfield now. Woo! Omar finding Jaquan Rios over the middle of the field for 14. Wow, I thought that was going to be intercepted and overthrown, but instead it was not. Kyle White is able to bring it in. It's good to see Kyle White back involved in this offense, as he had a very good start to the season and then kind of faded out of the game plan for a little bit, but it's good to see him back in it. And just like that, he's going to get it over to a tight end, the McBot, for 8, as he's able to hold on to it. And they're now 1st and goal. It's going to be a run to the outside for, man, he's in the end zone. Melly Perez is looking to try and tie this thing up as he gets a 6-yard run into the end zone. And just like that, the Pandas have now scored as well in their opening drive. And it's good through the uprights. And it is 7-7 here. Hellhounds are going to come back on offense as we have a good one on our hands. Jonathan Lindell Kurt. Gets that over for 4 to Phoebe Storm out on the sidelines here, as it's now 3rd and 6 here for the Hellhounds. Dang, Unknown Safari just maneuvered his way all the way into a 45-yard run and a first down. Man, that was nasty right there by Safari. Wow, wide open over the middle of the field. Iron Bonte Adams now has 2 receptions, 101 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And the Hellhounds are back on top in this one, as it's 14-7 with 1:30 left to go in the first quarter. Wow. Melly Perez looking like his old self here as he gets 37 on the ground. Wow, empty backfield here for Omar. Ooh. I'm not sure why the Pegasi has turned to pass heavy here on these first 2 downs here on this No! Kellen Noble! You got mossed! He went up, caught it over the defender, and before even getting into the end zone, he said, let me just celebrate. I'm flabbergasted. It's 14-14. Ooh, I thought he would be able to break that to the outside, but he chose to try to cut it in and doesn't really get anywhere. Doesn't matter. Iron Vontae Adams is just going to be way too quick for this Pegasus secondary, as he's in for his second 75-yard touchdown catch of the day and his third touchdown, as he already has a hat trick here in this one. And it is now 20-14, looking to be 21. Jaquan Rios over the middle here for a gain of 46 yards on the catch and run. Give him 2 for 60 now. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. We still got 3 more to go, though, so don't y'all worry. This has been an exciting first quarter, but we still got a ton of game left. Ooh! Melly Perez just ran over that defensive end. Doesn't matter, you only got a yard, but man! You got a feel for number 7 there. Wow, nearly intercepted. And that's a turnover on downs. You know, you got to think that right there is going to be probably one of the plays or one of the decisions, I guess, for this Pegasus team that decides the game. Unknown Safari picks up the first down. Jaquan Freesmith right now is 6 for 6 and has 3 touchdowns. Dang. Mike MacGyver just laid out Safari right there. Finds the tight end Charlie Stagg for 11. Charlie's got 3 catches now on this drive. Ooh, deflected by Mike MacGyver. Mike MacGyver's over here on this. If the DBs can't cover, I will. Wow. Right over the head of Jamari Woods is Iron Vontae Adams for his 4th touchdown on the day. Now tying Trayvon Wright for 4 touchdowns this week. And they've all come in the first half. Launch intercepted by Jake Augustine. Omar is now picked off. Yeah, you got to think that 4th down, they tried to go for it. They weren't able to get it. You got to think that was the turning point in this game. And Iron Vontae Adams is on his way to his 5th touchdown in just 1 half. Launching it deep to Noble. Give him 36 as Gunny is down. Give it to him, Kellen Noble. 2nd touchdown of the day. Over 100 yards now. And you got to love seeing that score right there because the Pegasi get ball to start the 3rd quarter. And just like that, we're at halftime. And I just had to sit here and read this for a second because I watched it happen. I'm seeing it happen. I'm looking at it. But Iron Vontae Adams has 5 touchdowns in two quarters. Unbelievable. Unbelievable here as the Hellhounds are currently leading this thing 35-21 here as we're at Turkey Field. And let me tell you, they're loving this home crowd energy right now because they're feeding off of it like no other. But the Pegasi get the ball here to start the third quarter. You gotta hope they can get something done here to try to close this gap a little bit. Well, Hellhounds start this drive inside their own 5-yard line, and instead it looks like unknown Safari said, "Let me just take off for 45 real quick." And that was a dot in between 4 Pegasi defenders. And Vontae Adams didn't even have to do nothing except throw his hands up because it landed right in his pocket. Wow. BB Storm's second touch of the day. And it was just for 22. Empty backfield here. Got to think touchdown to Vontae Adams. I just told you. Touchdown to Vontae Adams. 6 now. Yep. Waiting out the stat pad. Deflected by nobody other than the Rat God. Up the middle for Kyle White. 8 yards. And a score. Way to show off that beard, too, by taking your helmet off in the end zone. That's definitely not a penalty. Wow, Vontae Adams wasn't let free on that one. Unknown Safari. Wow, throwing it deep there to Daquan Rios. Rios looking like his former self. And we're now in the fourth quarter. Wide open is Kellen Noble for the hat trick. And 129 yards receiving now at 5 receptions. We got about 2:45 left in this one. Hellhounds are up 49-35. Unknown Safari just trucked that guy on the way to my score announcement as he picks up 2. And Unknown Safari's in the end zone. Wow. Wow. This is not looking good for the Pegasi, as it is now even more of a beatdown than it was before. Jaquan Rios, though, I'm telling you, Rios is really looking like his older self. Brings up third down here. 15 seconds remaining. They're at their own 2-yard line. All this would do is just make the score look a little bit closer. And they do. Jaquan Rios caps off 300 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. And that'll do it. You know, I'm just sitting here trying to really wrap my head around what we just witnessed. Vontae Adams had 6 receiving touchdowns off 8 receptions, 337 yards. So 2 of his receptions didn't go for touchdowns. Also, 2 of his touchdowns were 75 yards long. Jaquan Freesmith had 2 incompletions. As this was a 56-42 win by the Hellhounds here live at Turkey Field. And let me tell you, Omar almost had 500 passing yards, but he had 4 touchdowns, so 2 interceptions were huge right there. Rios, 3 over 300 receiving yards. Noble, 3 touchdowns. Melly Perez, not a whole lot. He did get a touchdown on the ground, same with White, but not a whole lot from the running backs. And then defensively, nothing because they couldn't get a single stop. Jamari Woods got burnt all game long by Rios. I guess Dick Marco did his thing trying to lock up what's his name? Kippa Jones, but Jamari Woods got torched. Gotta move him back to the cornerback 2, I guess. I'm just not ready for that CB1 role. Then when you look at the Hellhounds, yeah, look at that. Kippa Jones and Smith, not a single thing. Because it was all Iron Vontae Adams, it was Charlie Stagg, and it was this running back duo. Freesmith had all day to sit in the pocket and wait for Iron Vontae Adams to get open. Defensively, interceptions for Drader, interception for Augustine. You had big tackles from Butkus. Drader also had 6 tackles. It's just all around really fun and exciting game. And then the Hellhounds got the stops when they needed to. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. This is a big game here for the Hellhounds as well, too, as they were able to win this thing 56-42 over a division rival, the Pegasi. Pegasi really needed this victory after a rough last few weeks, and they just weren't able to pull it out. The defense wasn't able to get the stops that was needed, and therefore, when the offense couldn't score every single time, it makes things hard to win this one because they weren't able to stop this Hellhounds offense. It was just a little too much for them. But this was a lot of fun. This was the 3rd game of Week 7 of Season 7 of the CWSFL. The Hellhounds take this one and now move to 6-1 on the season. This was a lot of fun. We appreciate you watching this if you are going to check out here after this 3rd game. But keep in mind, we have the Around the World Sports Network Game of the Week coming up next with one of our best rivalries in the history of the CWSFL. It's fallen off a little bit here recently these past few seasons, but it doesn't matter. We hope it'll eventually be able to get right back on track as we have the Lancers traveling all the way to Minnesota to take on the Polar Bears and try to challenge that undefeated season that they put together. It's coming up here shortly. It's a good one, and we can't wait for y'all to get to it. But until then, just hang tight, and we'll be right back with a little bit of a game of the week. We'll see y'all over there. And we're live from Minnesota for your Week 7 Around the World Sports Network Game of the Week. We got your Vancouver Lancers, who are 2-4, not having a good season at all. But it's okay because this rivalry makes up for it, where they get to take on the 6-0 Minnesota Polar Bears and attempt to pull off probably the greatest upset we've ever seen in the CWSFL history if they have a chance to win, if they can find a way to win this. Will they? Who knows, because this is going to be a tough one, and AJ Carter has never been able to beat the Polar Bears. So this is going to be a first one for him, but it's one that we're going to be excited to watch. And we'll see you on the field for this one. Welcome everybody to the Around the World Sports Network Week 7 Game of the Week. And we got one of the best rivalries here in the CWSFL that we've ever seen. And it's the Lancers and the Polar Bears, two teams out west, matching up against each other for the first time this season. And we got us a little bit of alternate uniforms going on this week. We got the all whites here by the Polar Bears, and then a Waves throwback here by the Lancers, taking it back to their season 1 days, and honestly giving a little tribute to the Waves when they were. And this is their best time as a franchise, and it's a lot of fun. We got us a good one right now. So far, the Lancers are on offense, and they're not really moving the ball. They had an incompletion on the first drive, 2-yard loss to Bigger Dishwasher right there. Now it's 3rd and 12. Oh man, let's see what AJ Carter can do. Ooh, he got the next one right there to his tight end Jason Brzee. And it is a rainy one here today, as this rain came out of nowhere. Man, when we were getting our shot of the city earlier with our drone camera, as we were doing our intro here, you know, it was a beautiful day. It looked great. It looked like we were going to have a wonderful time hearing some football here in Minnesota. And then out of the middle of nowhere, bang, it's a rainstorm. And I don't know what came by more surprise, the fact that the Lancers got that 3rd and 12 or this rain. But it is coming down here in this one. We'll see how it affects the game, as AJ Carter gets lucky throwing it into 3 Polar Bears right there, and they didn't catch it. But this is your game of the week, and this is a huge rivalry in this league, you know. It dates back all the way to season 1. Both teams are very competitive. Both teams don't like each other, and they let it be known that. So it was only fitting that Game of the Week came to town for this one. Ooh, what a catch by John Cobb right there. It's going to bring up 4th down, though, because Apollo Pickington is able to bring him down before he can get any yardage. And the Lancers feel that they need to go for it right here on 4th and 3. They think it's one of those situations. Wow, and they get it with Jason Brzee. But the Lancers feel that they're going to have to come out, be very aggressive offensively and defensively if they're going to want to win this one. There he is. He was over the middle, and they didn't hit it to him. So instead, they tried to get it to John Cobb. But he had C.J. Richardson over the middle. He just didn't see him. I don't know who A.J. Carter, if he was locked in, knew he was going to throw it to Cobb the moment he left the huddle or what. There he is, though. And it's Benblock. Benblock's going up against his former team here, who he left in free agency to come to the Lancers. And it's not looking like that's a good decision. It's looking like it's going to be one that could cost him a trip to the playoffs, could cost him a potential ring. Oh, A.J. Carter, you had 2 dudes wide open in the end zone, and instead you throw it to Bigger Dishwasher for Paul Blackman to make a huge stop on? Wow, you hate to see that. You hate to see that. The Lancers do get on the board first. It's 6-0 right now, but you got to think not going for that extra point and then also missing 2 wide open guys in the end zone is going to be one to come back and hurt you. Wow, Drew Davis, 2 incompletions to start this game. I don't know when the last time that happened was. He's got clout. Ooh. Are we going to see a punt here? Oh! Ooh! That defender came out of nowhere right there and laid out Richardson. I believe that was new player. Oh, man. It's like the Lancers haven't learned. Stop with these wide receiver runs. Oh, brother. Picks up 4 right there. Gets back the yardage that was lost on the first down. It's 3rd and 10 here. And the Polar Bears defense might be able to get a stop. And that's a sack! Tremont King comes flying in from the middle linebacker spot. Through the middle, untouched, unblocked. And brings down A.J. Carter. And the Polar Bears defense stands strong. And lets the Pharaohs, the Polar Bears. Oh! 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 No way! Oh, that spin move was just nasty. Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh! Oh, somebody give me a replay. Let's see that bad boy again. Oh, that man just took that to the house and pulled off the nastiest spin move. Bro, what? Oh, oh, oh. That was nasty. Polar Bears might not even need to come out on offense in this game. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, my gosh. Look, they go. Oh! Matt Woodson just laid out Richardson right there for a 2-yard loss. Look, Lancer's going to try to blame that on the rain. You know, dude slipped. But nah, that man just got crossed up real quick, man. Oh, my gosh. Just hit him with the nastiest spin move. Broke his ankles. Man, oh, that was filthy. We're like 3 plays away from what just happened, and we're still stuck on that. That was insane. As Dishwasher just gets 24 yards, but forget that, man. That punt return by Jackson Sultan, man, I wish he was here to see that one. Sheesh, that was nasty. Oh, oh my gosh, that was, oh, what? All right, enough on that punt return, man. What the heck, bro, what? It's 2nd and 10 here as Hex Holy Cross gets a deflection on that last one. Fumble! A.J. Carter picks it up, though. We got us a big 3rd down as it's 3rd and 13. Intercepted by Apollo Pickington. Ah, you got to think if he didn't slow down right there and get scared of A.J. Carter, he would have taken it to the house. Everything is falling apart here for the Lancers. As he has Mr. Big wide open down the field for a gain of 37. It's funny because these pants look like they're gray, but it's just because it's so wet outside. They're probably waterlogged. Sack, sack, sack. Ballard squared, coming in on a cornerback blitz. Not every day you see that one. Wow, he just threw that high and dry, as that is going to bring up a fourth down, but not before, or not until after Mr. Big was able to catch that, make this a little chip shot for Joanna, man. I'm still stunned right now off that punt return. I mean, that was nasty. That look, I thought Micah Pope last season had one of the nastiest runs I've ever seen, nastiest plays. Wow. Dip drill, instead of working in favor for the defense, works in favor for John Cobb as he picks up 11. But yeah, that Michael Pope had one of the greatest plays I've ever seen in my entire CWSFL career last season. That just topped it. Gonna bring up a fourth down here. Oh, and they're not gonna go for it. And Clout, even though he's the fastest guy on this Polar Bears team, he's still not quick enough to outrun him. Micah Pope right there picks up a first down, and the Polar Bears call timeout. They have no one now remaining. And Jackson Sultan is in the end zone again, except this time it's a receiving touchdown. And Micah Pope says, you know what? Let me put the icing on top of the cake and extend this lead even more, as it's 18-6 now, and we're almost at halftime. And it's even crazier because the Polar Bears get ball to start the second half. So I don't really know what you can do in 15 seconds, but if you're the Lancers, you need to find some way to get points in that 15 seconds, because he had to think if he got tackled a second sooner, they'd be able to get a field goal out of it. But that is a 37-yard run for Bigger Dishwasher. As we're at halftime here, as it's 18-6, the Polar Bears are leading this one at home at the Polar Bear Plaza. And really, if you take away the special team score, we got ourselves a good one here. It's just the Lancers aren't really able to get a stop since that first one of the game. But you got to hope you can try to bring that back out here. Drew Davis hit as he threw, finds clout, celebrates way too early, cost him a touchdown there, but still picks up 73 yards on the catch and run. And they're now at their own 2 yard, or at the Lancers' 2 yard line, getting ready to punch it in. There it is. Micah Pope. Second touchdown, or first touchdown now. As the Polar Bears now extend this lead. It is 25-6. Holy Cross just drilled him for a 4-yard loss. Wow, gets that over to Greg Olsen for 17 here. That is a huge first down right there for the Polar Bears. They're in the red zone here with a chance to extend this lead even more. And they might just do so. I thought they might be able to do so with a screen to Jackson Sultan. But instead, they're able to get just a first down out of it, which is still a chain mover. A run to the outside for Micah Pope, and he is in the end zone. Micah Pope is in there for another score, and the Polar Bears extend this lead. You got to wonder if Micah Pope will still be suiting up for the Polar Bears next season. John Cobb with 14 right there. Tried to throw it deep to Cobb, but just not able to get it done because Apollo Pickington is there. The best defensive player in CWSFL history and arguably the greatest player in CWSFL history. Ben block there gets 18. You gotta almost think that receiving core with Ben Block and John Cobb is being wasted right now with this Vancouver team. That is a Gold Bowl caliber receiving core, and you gotta think it's being wasted right now. Intercepted. The tip drill. Moses. It's the interception. Wow, I thought he was just going to launch it last second there to Sultan running free over the middle. But instead, Drew Davis goes down on a sack. Uh-oh. We're going to see another safety here. Polar Bear saw Sultan pull off a nasty spin move with Greg Olsen. Was just going to try it real quick, but it definitely wasn't going to work. You ain't Jackson. We're in the fourth quarter here. It's 32-6 right now. Lancers are getting dog walked. Micah Pope with another 9-yard run. You gotta wonder what Micah Pope would be able to do with more usage. But then at the same time, he does so well with what he's already given. It's a tough question. But you got to think Micah Pope's legs are crazy fresh, though, because of the amount of usage he gets. But Micah Pope on a 33-yard run puts him over 100 yards now rushing off just 8 short carries. Make it 9. Make it 2 rushing touchdowns. He's got him a receiving one. Micah Pope has a hat trick. And Micah Pope's there to extend this league just a little bit more. It's like Micah Pope's trying to put on an audition tape here for the Lancers. Oscar Stott coming in with a 1-yard loss. As we are now under a minute left to go in this one, it's 39-6. The Lancers haven't been able to do anything since the opening drive. Oh! Draymond King coming in with another sack. Micah oh, man, I thought we was going to get crazy in here on this last play of the game. And just like that, look at that. Micah Pope, player of the game, man. You love to see it because he had 2 rushing touchdowns, a receiving touchdown, 155 yards on the ground, and 2 receptions for 10 yards. What can't Micah Pope do? Player of the game, and this is probably some of his slowest scoring receiving game he's had all season. But the Polar Bears destroy in this game of the week. They win this thing 39-6 at home. They really put it to the Lancers as they try to wear their Waves throwback, show a little appreciation to the organization and the team that came before them, and just put it to them as the Polar Bears love wearing the white out in a nasty game today, and they just had all kinds of fun in it. AJ Carter had 2 interceptions. That really hurt him. Bigger Dishwasher looked all right with 77 rushing yards. Again, CJ Richardson coming in with -8 rushing yards, negative in his career now rushing. You got to stop with those. Ben Block was able to get a score in his welcome back to the Polar Bear Plaza, and it was their only score of the game. And then defensively, you didn't really see a whole lot for this. You did get a sack from Ballard Square, which was nice to see. Phelps had him 3 tackles. Not a whole lot happened from this Lancers defense, and that was a big part of why they weren't able to win this. But I will say, if you are going to be a terrible team, there's one thing you got to have, and that's a good punter, because Greg Johnson got the job done punting. Except on that nasty punt return by Sultan. That was still probably the greatest play I've ever seen in the CWSFL. That was so nasty. That spin move was the filthiest thing in the world. But Drew Davis, 260 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Micah Pope come in with 3 total touchdowns and a hat trick. Jackson Sultan came in on a receiving touchdown, a punt return touchdown. Greg Olsen was kind of quiet today. It's kind of a surprise. But Clout had him a huge game, 2 for 129. That was exciting to see from him, and the fastest man on this Polar Bears team. Defensively, it was nice to see Pickington get him an interception, and Moses, man, really making use from that tip drill that they love to practice and practice during the week. To go along with 6 tackles as well. Draymond King 7 tackles, 2 for sack. All around dominant performance by this Polar Bears defense. Special teams unit looked amazing by the Polar Bears as well. But this was a lot of fun. This was your week 7 of the CWSFL. We had 4 amazing games happen today. And then for our week 7 game of the week, the Polar Bears are now 7-0, trying to finish the season undefeated as they now look to win the next 3. But this was a lot of fun. They win this thing 39-6 at home here at the Polar Bear Plaza. The Lancers just weren't able to get anything outside that opening drive. Just defense wasn't able to get the stops necessary. Literally outside of that opening drive, they scored. And outside of that first possession on defense for the Lancers, they couldn't get a stop. Guess they maybe got a little too excited. Who knows? But this was a lot of fun. We appreciate y'all watching Week 7 of the CWSFL Season 7. We'll see y'all back on Saturday for Week 8. I enjoyed this. Hope y'all enjoyed it. But until next time, peace out.